Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about, are travel agents a dying profession? All the need to know information on the show today. We're talking about, are travel agents still a thing? A very common asked question. What does the future of being a travel agent look like? What did COVID-19 do to the travel industry, and what do you need to know about the future of travel agents? And should you even bother thinking about becoming a travel agent? We're going to answer all those questions today, so if those are of interest, keep on watching. By the way, before we move on, I want to remind you, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. That lets you know that we have new content and we put new videos out every single week to help you grow and supersize your travel businesses, so you don't want to miss a thing. All right, let's get started. So first of all, if you don't know me, I'm Cyndi Williams. I have been in the travel industry for over 25 years. I own my own amazing, award-winning, nationally recognized travel agency, and I'm also the CEO of Careers on Vacation, which helps people launch, grow, and supersize their travel business. So enough about me, let's get into the topic for today. Is working as a travel agent a dying profession? That you may be wondering this, right? Like, what did COVID do? How is the industry impacted? Maybe you've always wanted to work in travel, but you've just been like, now this COVID thing's happening and there's travel bans, and you have all these questions in your mind. So in order to kind of answer this question, I want to start with the history of travel agents. So how do travel agents work? If you're not in the industry already, I want to share these details. If you are in the industry, bear with me. We're gonna move on here in a second, but it's really important that you know how we work. So travel suppliers all over the world, things like sandals, Disney, cruise lines, hotels, anything that you can think of where you would go to travel, they work with travel agents to educate us on their product, teach us what they have to offer. It's our responsibility to learn that information, and in turn, we're able to match our clients with the right products and services and things that they need to have their ultimate dream vacation. Why do travel suppliers do this, you might say? Well, the reason is, a lot of consumers like to work with a travel agent that they know, like, and trust, so they're getting more of an objective opinion on what the match is for their vacation. So for example, of course, if you go to a sandals website, they're gonna be like, sandals is the greatest. That's the most amazing thing. But a really skilled travel agent will be able to say, yes, sandals is great, but let me also compare it to this resort down the street, and it might be a little bit less, and we can get you some more values based on your budget, based on your needs, and you can match clients accordingly. Because travel suppliers can't pay thousands and thousands of employees to do that type of PR and that connection, work with each client one-on-one, they compensate us a commission for every package that we sell. So when we match a client with a vacation, we are compensated, and that's how we are paid. We get commissions from the travel suppliers, which is a great thing for the clients because they get the best of both worlds. They get someone that's an advocate for them, that is matching them with the right vacation, you know, and putting a proposal together with different types of product. So it's a win-win from a client perspective. And it's a win-win from our perspective too, right? We get to work in the travel industry, we get to make commissions, we get to work and learn about different suppliers. So it's a great industry to be a part of. And that's the really parsing down the model of what we do as travel agents, and I know I'm boiling that down to some basics, but that's the basic thing I really want you to kind of start with as we open this conversation today. So what was happening before COVID and all the craziness? Well, I've been doing this for 25 years, right? So you sell a trip, you make commission. You sell a trip, you make commission. Travel agents, after the internet boom, that was the other big thing that happened, right? In the late 90s, early 2000s, when a lot of people were like, oh, travel agents are gonna go out of business, and a lot of mom and pops did. But what happened with the internet after the initial boom is the internet started to get more complicated and more complicated and more complicated. And as soon as that started happening, travel agents really began to thrive again because clients didn't have the time to spend hours online, or there were a lot of scams that happened, or a lot of bad service that happened. So we were actually thriving before COVID. I mean, my husband and I, we've had our travel business for years. We both work full-time from home, our home here in Austin, or we take our business wherever we're traveling. Sometimes we're in Hawaii, sometimes we're in Florida. You guys know, if you follow me, we go to Florida for months at a time sometimes. So we're able to work from wherever. And we were doing this very, very successfully, and we continue to do it successfully. But now you're probably wondering, yeah, Cyndi, but what did COVID do for this year? What's gonna happen? So enter stage left, right? COVID, the big bag monster that's kind of coming in. And we're gonna dive into how COVID has really impacted our industry for the bad and also for the good in some ways. And before we move on, if you are in that stage where you're thinking about becoming a travel agent, I wanna let you know about a free resource. I have a complete masterclass that you can take that teaches you all the different ways that you can get into the travel industry. Every setup is a little bit different, and what works for one person might not work for the next person, but you can get our free masterclass to kind of understand more about how to get into the industry and to start your journey. So definitely go to careersonvacation.com/masterclass, and you can take that class for free whenever you're ready. All right, so let's talk about COVID. So let me just ask you a question. I would love if you just drop a comment below as you're watching this video or after. Tell me, what are your concerns about traveling right now? I know you have some concerns. Or even if you've been a travel agent for 20 years and you're sending your sister on a vacation or your mom on a vacation, there are more questions that you have about traveling right now. So pop me a little comment and tell me that. But this is what I want you guys to think about. When the rule of business is, whenever you can solve a problem for people, you can charge them for that. So the fact that COVID is causing a lot more confusion, a lot more angst with customer decisions, that's actually, it's a bummer, right? It's not a lot of fun. We have to be more on top of our game than ever. But believe it or not, because travel is more complicated, this is where you get to shine as a travel advisor, travel agent, travel provider. You get to be the hero of the day that knows the information, connects people with the right thing that they want, and is able to help them match them with that vacation that they feel good about. So, you know, go back to like when COVID started. Of course, that was a huge bummer. Like, there were travel bans, no one could travel. We all had hundreds of thousands of dollars in cancellations, months and months at a time. Yeah, that sucked. But we weren't the only industry that was impacted. The sports industry, the entertainment industry, your local restaurant that you love, right? So what I'm trying to say is, yes, we were impacted, not in a very fun way this year at all, like so many other industries. Does that mean that it's a dying profession? In my professional opinion, having done this for 25 years, no. And we have some stats to actually prove the opposite now that some things are opening again and we're rebooking and things like that. So I want you just to think about that. Yeah, it was a total bummer this year, but this year's been a total bummer for like a lot of people in a lot of different careers, right? So just consider that short-term pain, but the silver lining as we move through 2020 and now we're prepping into 2021, the fact that travel is more complicated, that there are more moving parts, that there are 1,000 updates a week, that is where you get to shine as a travel advisor. This is where you guys can dig your heels in and really make customers for life. This is your opportunity to solve those problems, forge customer relationships, and really build your book of business. So I'll give you an example. Like, when I say the rule of business is, if you have a problem that you can solve for people, then you can charge for it. So it's holiday time right now, right? We have all the holiday stuff out on the set. One of the things that I love is I love decorating for the holidays. We have a 2-story house on a hill in Austin. I'm not gonna climb up to the 2nd story, nor is my husband, to like put lights on the house. We're just not gonna do it, right? But are we gonna go without Christmas lights? No, of course not. So we find a company who has great reviews, and we hire them. They put the Christmas lights on, problem solved. So our problem was that we wanted Christmas lights. We didn't want to do it ourselves, so we were willing to pay someone to do that for us. So when I say in this new world, to take it back into travel, the want for people to travel has not gone away. In fact, you know, going into 2021, people have cabin fever, they have more vacation days, it's been a year of reflection, people are moving bucket lists to the top of the trip. If anything, they are primed to travel, but they have questions that they're not sure about. What do I need to know about this destination? Do I need a COVID test? Do I not need a COVID test? Is this destination available? Do I have to quarantine? Right? So these are things that are popping up that you can answer as a travel advisor, and makes you the hero, and why they're going to want to continue to work with travel agents as we move forward into 2021 and beyond. The other thing is the major media, Forbes, USA Today, Travel Weekly. If you guys have been following the past few months, you've heard me say this before and show the news articles. Major media is talking about that everyone needs to have a skilled travel agent in their back pocket to navigate this new complicated travel world, right? So that's a beautiful thing for us, because travel agents are so relevant again. If anything, we're more in demand, even though we were already thriving going into COVID. We've had this patch of yuckiness in 2021, but we are primed for so much business as we move forward into 2021 because of all of the major media, and because people had such horrible experiences with those online travel sites. You guys know who I'm talking about. We call them OTAs, is the lingo we use in the travel industry, which stands for online travel agency, which is what like Expedia, Travelocity, that's what all those big ones where they do volume and people kind of book it themselves. They're a travel agency just like we are, but because they weren't set up for the craziness that happened, when everything happened, they turned their phones off, they had horrible customer service, they wouldn't help people unless they were traveling in the next 48 hours. People had weddings, they had groups, they had all kinds of craziness, and it was just a mess. So people are frustrated over that experience and not willing to go through that process again, especially if they lost money, lost time, lost confidence, and that whole group of people is searching for travel agents that they can now utilize for their travel needs going forward. So that should be really encouraging for you guys. And like I said, moving forward into 2021, I am hugely optimistic. You know, our clients are already booking again. We've had in our Careers on Vacation students, where we teach people how to launch and grow their travel businesses, they are reporting sales over $100,000. We had just 2 clients last week that reported over $100,000 in sales while they were in the program, just by putting our proven marketing systems in place. This is a big deal because they actually took the program during COVID. Like, we're in December now and they graduated a few weeks ago. So they actually made that magic happen in the fall time, which is amazing. So as we move forward, I want you to have a lot of confidence about whether you're in the industry or considering getting into it, because we have those factors that we know. People still want to travel. In fact, they've been cooped up all year long. They have more vacation days because so many people that normally go to an office or a corporation every day, they worked from home, so they didn't really use their vacation days. So they're rolling over more vacation days than ever, and they didn't spend their vacation budgets this year. And also, it's been that year of reflection where people are thinking about, you know, what if I never got to go to Italy? What if I never got to go to Hawaii? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna move that bucket list trip to the top, right? So we're seeing more bucket list trips being booked. We have bookings happening every day in our travel agency, deposits going on file. And the most beautiful thing is, because the travel suppliers are being more flexible with things like when you can cancel, you know, being able to make things refundable deposits, things like that are really breeding a lot of consumer confidence. So these are all good things that you guys should be focusing on moving into 2021. So last question I promised I would answer, should you even bother with being a travel agent? Yes, absolutely. If anything, over my 25-year career, when I started in the industry, people had to use travel agents, right? Because we worked off of what's called a GDS, a global distribution system. So in order for you to book an airline ticket, you either had to get on the phone and call the airline, or you'd call your local travel agent. And we had these special systems, Apollo, Sabre, Amadeus, depending on which one that you worked on. But that's the only way that you could book your airfare. People couldn't do it themselves online. Like, the internet wasn't a thing in 1993, I guess, when I went through travel school. So you know, since then, of course, we've had the internet and, you know, people can book online and things like that. But now with the complication of travel again, we are seeing this resurgence and this big return to travel agents. That's really exciting. I think this is going to be the most exciting first quarter. And if first quarter is busy season, or what a lot of us call wave season, that's when a lot of the travel suppliers put amazing promotions out. So when a lot of people book travel for the year. So I'm really excited about busy season, which is right around the corner, and you should be thinking about that too. So a few things that you can do right now, if you've been thinking about getting into the travel industry, maybe you've been working from home going, I kind of like working from home, I wish I could do this, or you're looking to do something that is not being tied to that office, or maybe over the next year as this kind of COVID stuff settles down, you don't want to work outside the home. Starting your own home-based travel agency or travel business might be a great fit for you. So what are the things you should be doing right now if you kind of want to take a step towards that direction? One, make sure you get proper training. Being skilled in this environment is so critical. People aren't just looking for a travel agent who's like starting out, right? You have to make sure, you can be starting out, but you better make sure you know what you're doing. So being skilled at your craft. I will say of 25 years, and of that 25 years, I've been training travel agents for 20. There has never been a crazier climate in terms of knowing where to go to get information. How do I do this? How do I book that? There's a lot of things changing on a daily basis. So again, the good side of that is that's why clients need us and why you can build your book of business so fast. But I would say a year ago, you could jump in and kind of figure it out and, you know, try it out on your own and maybe fiddle along and figure stuff out and take a couple years before your business is really getting where you want it to be. But in this climate, as complicated as things are, you need to get real training to be a travel agent. I highly recommend that. Number two, I want you to remember you have 2 jobs, okay? 2 jobs. One is to become that skilled travel agent. The second is to learn how to make yourself relevant in the online marketplace. And that might seem overwhelming to you. Don't let it overwhelm you. There are proven systems and things that you can put in place. And understand though that just becoming a travel agent is not going to make your phone ring. The second part of your job is you need to drive business to your phone, to your computer. Every day when you open it up, you want to make sure leads are coming through so you have people that you can sell, so you're making money and you can feed your family and all of those good things. So understand going into this that you need to be relevant in that online marketplace. And then 3, recognize not everyone's ready to travel right now. So you have to really be smart about reaching the clients who are ready to travel. The only way that you're going to do that is if you have real marketing and proven systems in place. So you can't just, you know, go out to the internet and go, hey, who's ready to travel? I mean, you could, maybe you'll get a client or 2, but there's actually ways that you can target audiences and market online and get them into your sales process that you can convert those people faster. And for those of you who are experienced agents that maybe you've been relying on a database that every year converts for you and you make a lot of money, if you have a certain demographic that's not ready to travel, maybe, you know, people who are a little bit older that are normally cruisers, you know, cruising is taking longer to recover than a lot of other areas. And in certain age groups, they're more hesitant to travel. So understanding how you need to modify in today's marketplace to reach clients who are ready and they have that credit card and they want to get to booking. I mean, we have clients on vacation. It's December right now. We have clients on vacation at Disney right now. We have people planning to go to Hawaii. So people are traveling right now, but as you move forward into 2021, you need to continue to reach those people that are ready to travel. And then the last thing is just get started. There's a great quote out there, and I don't know who said it, but it says, fear kills more dreams than failure ever will. That's so true. If you never get started, of course you won't be successful. You know, I started in this industry when I was 19 years old. My second year, I had my first $1 million sales year, traveled the world before I had kids, and it's been an amazing journey. But had I not had the decision to start in travel school, to start on that journey, it never would have happened. So wherever you are today in your journey, I just want to encourage you, you have to get started. If this has been a dream that's been weighing on your mind, if this has been a year of reflection for you and you know this is something you've always wanted to do, like, what are you waiting for? Like, there's no time like the present. Plus, we're in December now. You know, it's going to be January in a few weeks. New year, new you. Dive in and get it done. So if you need help becoming a skilled travel agent, if you need help getting relevant in the marketplace, whether you're an aspiring travel agent or you're an experienced agent that just needs to know how to get real systems in place so you can improve your lead flow and get more conversions, whichever side of the coin that you're on, we can help you with that at Careers on Vacation. So if what I'm saying is resonating with you, I want to encourage you to apply for Careers on Vacation. That's my 12-week mastermind program that is ASTA affiliated. ASTA is the American Society of Travel Advisors, and we are ASTA certified. You also get access to my team of experts. Guys, we generated over 2,400 leads across our companies last month, not year, month, right? That same team that took my business from 6 figures a month to 6 figures a year, you get access to. So my social media, marketing people, my mindset people, my copy people, all of that whole team that we have, you get access to work with them, my branding expert, to really get that incorporated into your business, but at a price that you can afford versus hiring all of those experts out piecemeal would be out of the realm of possibility for most startup agencies. You get self-paced curriculum, hands-on support. So I just want to encourage you, check out our 90+ case studies that we have right here on YouTube. You can go to our playlist of reviews and watch stories of people who started out just like you to see if it is a fit. And all you have to do is go to careersonvacation.com/ready now to apply for the program. And that's just a discovery call so we can understand what your goals are. If it's a match to work together, then we'll share the application process. If not, we're still going to give you some great tools and resources and wish you luck on your personal journey. So wherever you are in the world, I want to wish you so much love, so much abundance, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you get all of our content going forward. I'll see you guys next time. Happy holidays! Hey guys, Cyndi Williams here. If you like that last video, make sure you check out my other content to help you grow and scale your very own travel business. And also, I invite you to travel around the world with me and find out what I'm doing in my portable, profitable, award-winning travel business. Check out the videos.